to our Monday meditation. All right. So just as we're coming on, here we go. Hello.
I'm checking. Yep.
Oh, here we are. Good. Wow, I'm kind of low on there. So as we're coming on, I just thought I would mention to you that I don't know if you knew this. Friday night was this big shindig that we had with at the temple, and I had this 25 years of being a rabbi at Temple Emmanuel, and it was really great. And there were a whole bunch of my friends from rabbinical school and other places who rabbi types who came on, and I don't know what you'd call it, a parody, I guess, of this meditation. And each one of them had this background that I have behind me. And here's the thing: it's quite obvious that none of them watched these meditations because they kept on going like this, and saying namaste, which I never say on this. So it's clear that they were just making fun of me, which was fine. I actually kind of wish the whole thing was making fun of me instead of serious stuff, because it's a little embarrassing to hear people say nice things about you, but it was amazing and touched me really deeply the whole evening, and it was just fantastic. So here we are today, and I want to talk about being angry. Not that I was angry the other night, but the Torah portion this week, Korach, is about a guy who's very upset because he feels like Moses and Aaron. Like when someone says you're not my dad or you're not my mom or stuff like that, it's like, who made them boss, right? And even though it's God that kind of made Moses and Aaron into the leaders of the Israelites, Korach said, isn't everybody a holy person? And he's not wrong, right? I mean, when you really look at the arguments that if you look at the arguments that he makes, they're pretty solid arguments. He's like, isn't everybody a child of God? Doesn't everyone have the same potential to be the leader of the people? And the answer to that, of course, would be yes. Everyone has the same kind of potential to be the leader of the people, but it just so happens that God actually did choose Moses and Aaron. And there's a lot of discussion about why it is that Korach is killed. Because in the end, what happens is he comes forward, he says, hey, who made you guys boss? We should be the boss. Let's see who's the boss. And he goes and he checks with everybody, and they're like, yeah, we want Korach to be the boss. And so he's right in so many ways. However, it's the way he went about it. And the rabbis talk about different kinds of complaining, or I wouldn't say complaining, anger, and argument and discussion. And what they say is that there's different ways that you can have discussions and arguments, and the argument that needs to happen is shamayim, right? An argument for the sake of heaven, meaning that it's okay to have an argument as long as the argument is for a positive outcome and not because of your own selfish reasons, which is really difficult to think about, because when you're angry, you're not thinking straight. When you're angry, you say things you might not mean. When you're angry, your body tightens up. I get this feeling in here, like a tightness, and that tightness gets bigger and bigger. And there's many different kinds of people. Some hold that anger in, and some don't hold that anger in. And a person who doesn't hold the anger in is gonna lash out, right? So the angrier a person gets, perhaps the more irrational they might be in their thinking. Although you could start with rational thinking, but the anger just kind of seems to take you to a different place. And not just that, but as someone is angry, it feels to me, and this is where our mindfulness and meditation comes in, that what ends up happening when you're angry is you play over in your head the reason why you are angry and what the other person did to make you angry. And I'm using this as an example of a person making angry. I don't really want to talk about kind of global societal issues making someone angry. I think that's different than the kind of personal anger that we feel day to day. Although I do admit that there are people that feel that personal anger every day, even if it is about a global subject. But I like to concentrate on kind of the moments in our lives when we feel this kind of anger. It could be towards a person. The other day, we had an issue with our computer, had to take it in, and heard very negative news about it. And I have to say, I got extremely angry, frustrated, and my body was just exploding. I literally had to control it because, all right, I was frustrated. It wasn't going to change it by me, sullying people's reputations or yelling at the person who wasn't able to help me because of the rules and regulations of the company. It's like, who do I have to be angry at? It's like I'm angry and frustrated because of what happened. It doesn't mean that that person who told me what was going to happen was responsible in any way for that, right? They're just following the orders of their company. And so I actually started thinking and noticing, wow, this is making me so angry. And this is happening inside of my head. My wife and daughter were with me. And when I said afterwards, well, actually, they noticed that I was a little angry because I get a little quiet. But I didn't lash out at them. I said I was feeling frustrated. And I kind of got those feelings out. And the moment I did, and the moment I was just kind of, I accepted what was happening, that's when I wasn't angry anymore. I might have still been a little frustrated by the policy, but, I had to admit that according to their policies, what was happening was actually correct, whether I liked it or not. But it only came after I noticed how angry I got and started reflecting on, is this like, what am I angry about? Like, is this just my frustration? And I had to just ask myself a couple of questions. And so I think that the operative part of this for us as we head into our meditation in a moment is, what do you do with your anger? How do you express it? And is it expressed from you in such a way that it helps to move your life forward? I think those are the kinds of questions to ask, right? Because if I had remained angry and just kept on yelling and said, oh, I'm being treated unfairly, and made up all these reasons why I should be helped and that this should work for me, and then it comes out, I'm sorry, we can't do anything. It's going to bring me up to the next level. I'm going to get even more angry. So, I think and it's hard, right? When you're feeling this anger, it's hard to take yourself out of you, to look at the bigger situation, but to notice, what is it that's making you feel this way? And if you're entering into an argument with someone over the anger that you're feeling, how can it be done in such a way to bring about a kind of positive outcome, even if it's not the outcome you were looking for? And that whole idea of Hashem Shalmayim, Shel Shamayim, that you're doing something in the name of the sake of heaven, that what you're doing is you're arguing so that things will get better, not just for you, but that they'll be better in the long run, because you're not coming at it from a place of anger, but more from a place of curiosity, from a place of noticing, from a place of, sometimes when you think about it, when anger comes out of frustration, there's a sadness, right? I'm missing out, I'm losing out, this shouldn't be happening. And that there's a judgment put on that instead of, oh my God, this is making me so angry. Why is this making me so angry? What is there about this that's making me go a little bit crazy? And is it about that other person or about that other thing, or is it really just about me and what I need? And I didn't get what I needed. And even if you've discovered that you didn't get what you needed, that doesn't mean that we have permission to kind of just lash out at anybody who's around us. So, with all that in mind, we'll talk a little more about this as we go through the week. But you know, it is one of the things that we don't like to talk about a lot is anger and yelling and whether we can or we can't, or how uncomfortable it might be to be around someone who's yelling at you. But you know, to move it from you. And maybe this anger isn't because of me. Maybe it's because of the other person or because of this thing. And maybe a person's lashing out because they can't control their anger, and it in turn makes you defensive and then can get you angry. There's a lot of circular motion that happens in anger. And one of the things I think mindfulness does, and that meditation can help with, is not putting down the feelings, but helping you to understand those feelings and to reflect on them and to notice them in a positive way. So let's. I wish I had like a a glass that I could bang like those guys did in the video, but I have my typical Tibetan bell here that I got on Amazon, I believe. So if you want to get one of these bells, it comes with a little wooden stick. Let's get ourselves into a comfortable position that's also strong. We're just breathing. Just concentrating on our breath. Feel what your body feels like today. If you feel a little tension somewhere in your body and on the breath, you can relax that part of your body if you'd like. And remember that we're just allowing things to be as they are for now. We're not trying to fix things. We can get back to fixing things in 20 minutes. Okay? So let's just close our eyes, concentrate on our breath, our stomach or our lungs, filling and then emptying. We're just finding some stillness in the middle of our day. As you're breathing, to concentrate on your breath, and sometimes your heartbeat comes into the breath and you really feel your heart beating. Especially I feel that a lot of times at the end of my breath. And I just include that in my thoughts, where my heart's beating, how I can feel it in addition to my breath going in and out. And just a little reminder that, part of this practice is to practice pulling yourself back from your mind, taking you away. So as you start thinking about things and leaving the breath, just notice it. Notice what you're thinking about, perhaps what's making you angry, and just bring yourself back to your breath. Notice and return. Notice and return. we move into our last 5 minutes or so, we ask for two feelings. We throw these asks out to the universe. This afternoon, since it's Monday, we say, may I feel safe. And for the second one, I thought I'd think of maybe the opposite of angry, which is calm. Not sure if that's truly the opposite, but I think that's something we can ask for. May I feel calm. May I feel safe. And with each breath, you offer yourselves, or you offer the question out into the ether. May I feel safe. May I feel calm. It's interesting. Sometimes when you feel safe, you do feel calm. Or a calming feeling can provide a kind of safe feeling. May I feel safe. May I feel calm. May I feel safe. May I feel calm. May I feel safe and calm. Just keep on offering that to yourself. May I feel safe. May I feel calm. May I feel safe. May I feel calm. May I feel safe. May I feel calm. May I feel calm. If you'd like to invite someone to be in your mind's eye in front of you, you can offer this to them too. May you feel safe. May you feel calm. May you feel calm. May you feel safe. May you feel calm. May you feel safe. And just say that to whoever it is. Just say it with them in mind. May you feel safe. May you feel calm. And we bring it back and ask for ourselves, may I feel calm. May I feel safe. May I feel calm. May I feel safe. May I feel safe and calm. And as we finish up, we just go to our breath for one last moment. It's like checking in with the center of our bodies. And as you look inside and feel the air going in and going out, feel the light that sits inside of you. Feel the calm that you feel right now after 20 minutes of being quiet. And feel the safety that you have knowing that there are people with you right now. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you were able to find stillness and peace. May you feel safe. And may you feel calm. And may you have a wonderful evening.